Hello and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Daredevil Born Again Punisher from Hasbro. So this is Punisher as he appeared in that Disney Plus Daredevil series. We get it in the standard Marvel Legends rectangular window box packaging. Instead of a plain background, we get the greys of the New York skyline. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but we can see the figure within along with most of the accessories. We get Daredevil Born Again. On the bottom is our legal and barcode. We get side view with profile shot of John Berthel's Punisher. That silhouette there on the artwork, and the back is the same silhouette along with a brief bio of the character, and then finally on top is the Daredevil logo for the series. So let's get this opened and take a look at the figure within. The insert is a red silhouette of a New York building, and here we have our figure. It comes with a handgun, which is done primarily in a black, besides a grey paint for the gun clip, which is a nice touch. I wouldn't have expected Hasbro to have painted that, and would have expected it to be an all grey, but all black. But Hasbro have gone that extra step and given us a paint app there. Also, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but there is a small hole in the chamber, presumably to fit an effects piece if you've got one was small enough. Unfortunately, I do not have a spare effects piece to hand to try it out, but that should fit the muzzle fire effects pieces from I think some of the, maybe the Black Widow figures or the Hood figure. We get a knife accessory which is done out of a soft bendy rubber so it won't snap. Again, there's a nice little paint app there on it. Would have perhaps liked the blade to have been painted silver, but the fact that Hasbro actually painted the handle alone is a pretty nice touch. We get a axe, which is again in a rubbery plastic, but it's not as rubbery as that knife. The hatchet is unpainted, but the bands have been painted in a grey. So there is some nice paint apps on the weapon accessories. It comes with two alternate hands, a fist and a gun trigger hand. And then the main piece being our figure itself. The likeness to John Berthel was really good. I really like the likeness on this figure. I'm not keen on that hair sculpt though. It's clearly just kind of almost a separate piece that's just been glued on top. It just looks really weird and out of place. But that likeness is fantastic. It really is. There's some really nice detailing in the paint apps to give a sort of 5 o'clock shadow stubble effect, along with the shaved hair. Moving down, there's some nice paint apps on the body. He's primarily done in a black plastic for his Punisher gear, but we do get a nice white paint job for the sprayed skull. Some paint apps for the grey gun clips. There's some paint app for the skull there, and his US flag there. Articulation wise, he is a standard Marvel Legends figure, as you would expect. There is a ball joint at the neck, so he gets neck movement, and there is a ball joint to the head, so he can get his head moving. There is a ball joint at the torso, so you can get that fully moving around. And there is a slight waist swivel as well. It's a little tough with the belt, but it is there. I'm not a big fan of those waist swivels because they always end up looking odd, but it is there. Butterfly joints, mostly hidden because of the body armor he's wearing, but there is some there. Otherwise, it's the standard arm movements for the figure. Oh, this figure is really stiff, to the point that I'm almost but he does have double hinge at the elbows there, and the wrists as standard. Obviously you can pull those out and interchange those with the alternate hands if you wish. Legs forward, back, out. There is a calf swivel, so you can get that turning as needed. Double hinge at the knees. You can see how tough and tight these joints are. I'm probably going to have to warm this figure up, something I don't normally have to do with any of my figures, but yes. There is no boot cut, obviously due to the design of his trousers, and understandable given he's more in a trainer as well. But the standard ankle tiltage there, so you can get plenty of articulation out of this figure should you desire. He does have a knife belt, so his knife will tuck in the back there. Same with the gun. And the axe unfortunately has nowhere for him to store it, which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice if there was some sort of way to holster the hatchet, even if it had been like a strap on the leg or something, but that isn't there. However, you can get a grip in it in the gun hand. Let's swip that around. Oh, the gun hands. There we go. So you can get that held in his hand if you want, but there is no storage for it, sadly. But there we have the figure. Overall, I like the figure. I like the articulation on him. I really like that face likeness. It's just that hair which bothers me. This is a really good Marvel Legends MCU themed Punisher, and I would highly recommend picking this figure up if you are looking for an MCU themed Punisher. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, freedom is a right, not a privilege.